You people might have noticed that whenever I am saying that this module belongs to strategic human resource management, I deliberately emphasize on the strategic nature of human resource management. Though it is not sufficient when I say it in parts, strategic human resource management, but I try my best that I differentiate between when we are talking about the strategic nature or a strategic nature of activities or a role of HR professionals in an organization. So this is where I have departed or demarcated a line or demarcated a line or distinction between what I see as a human resource management and strategic human resource management. So we keep on talking about in that some particular context. So evaluating the effectiveness of talent management, this is what we will briefly discuss in this module. So if you see these modules in a series, it is easy to comprehend because we are keep on talking in a sequence what talent management is, how it can be acquired, and how it can be managed, and how it can be developed. So when we talk about the talent management or talent development practices, at the heart of talent development is training and development. Though the Gilly et al.'s definition suggests that the people have some innate abilities, their predispositions, that is, inherent characteristics in their personality, this is what they refer to talent. But does that mean we cannot develop a sort of skills, knowledge, and abilities in people through training? This is a debate which is quite rich in the literature of organizational behavior, human resource management, and strategic human resource management. And there is a general consensus that there is something which is innate, but at the same time, something organizations can do. People can learn from experiences, people can learn from trainings, people can learn from exposure, and people can learn from practicing something. And so this is, we are talking about at this time, that evaluating the effectiveness of talent management, how you can do the talent management, or what talent management practices, or how the extent to which these practices are effective, how to measure the effectiveness of those talent management practices. The practices, if you people recall, in the last few modules, we talked about career development, succession planning, reward management, giving training and training opportunities to employees. All are talent management strategies and practices. How much they are effective and how to measure the effectiveness of these practices is very complex. Fairly speaking, it's not straightforward. In other words, we talk about that when an organization is planning to do some kind of training for talent management, the effectiveness of that training is very hard to measure. Usually people are disbursed after the training, they go back to their jobs, and they start their work, and people after a few days or few weeks or few months, they come back to their normal routine or the normal practice, or in other words, the habit. One of my friend, he was used to say that we are not slaves of chains and money and jobs. We are slaves of our habits. In other words, कि हम आदतों के गुलाम होते हैं. So when we talk about the talent management practices, so we talk about that the people you are trying to develop the talent and manage the talent, when they go back to their real job or when they go back to their real practice, where and how to measure the effectiveness. So anyway, what we can learn that at the heart of the debate on this talent management is the measuring the effectiveness. Evaluating is crucial if decision making is to be fully informed. But as we have learned that we may not be fully informed about most of the things, but we may have a partial information about most of the things. So measuring the effectiveness of talent should involve the calculation of return on investment. The effectiveness of succession planning, the effectiveness of rewards management, the effectiveness of performance management, the effectiveness of human resource management, direct and indirect activities should be calculated in a way. What is the return on investment? How much we have investment? How much we have invested on employees in terms of their development, and what is the return to that organization? This is one of the very hard measure and very hard yardstick to be used to measure the effectiveness of training and development. And most scholars, they see it as a one aspect or one perspective of measuring the effectiveness of talent management practices. But at the same time, they see that this should not be the only yardstick to measure the effectiveness of talent management practices or any other HR practice. Rather than it should be supplemented with some other types or some other kind of yardsticks. For example, the retention of employees, for example, the motivation of employees, for example, the improvement or enhancement in your brand in the market. So all things need to be considered. So talent management strategies: do nothing or have a plan. Simply you do nothing or you have a plan for the talent management. This can be categorized into two types of strategies: push strategies and pull strategies. In the upcoming modules, we will talk about what are those push strategies and what are those pull strategies for talent management. Thank you.